Thanks to Gareth, Rachel and Richard for inviting us here tonight. Come on, give them a clap. If you've been afraid to have a look at it, go on, have a look. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And this is the carousing duck. When I originally wrote this, Andy Brown read it. Most of you know Andy Brown. And he said, yeah, but what's it for? Fun. It's for fun. I'm just going to read a little bit of this. But it was always difficult to read anyway. So you'd have to excuse me if I don't try and read it from this. Because you will see it's difficult enough to read from this because it goes in up and down capitals, small letters which merge into each other. And my teeth might come flying out. Right. I've been doing this all evening. This is from the middle of the poem. Nor his or hat hen ignored by apocryphal not neither author nor staggered oval or organized rhyme hat ever infinitesimal reason is established it truffles delicate oriental cast atop the European crocodile lagging behind a month of Sundays the ice obstacles, he rolled up the love letters and put him in focus. Isolate any animal from its language, it'll be dandy is asking for trouble, asking for to rubble, I'll be darned. You rope, Ian, crock, littered with squirrels in the poop bin, in the window display the French elephant pecks English crocs, dogs, squirrels and ducks in sluggish gang warfare. Our empire is full of cooks and worlds without cinema. Picked hitcher up, 'twas Jack Kerouac with a kicked bag. What's a way to grow, what? A vague foxgloves in a compartment. You're away so much that the seasons now are personal, deformed by alcohol, then saved by a technicality. Distracted, spluttering from the recalcitrant vests, twice neglected controversy dishes the dirt on cleanest plates. City feels spooked, its dwellers work the spooky system. Nothing is out of place, no animal on our side. Giggling when getting in the maze, but soon gets serious. The stately home is on fire, boom go the windows. However, sorry for the orchestra, he's only one conductor, taunts the passionless with a throat sand runs through. I'll be late indeed, not because I'm ill or anything. Divide the day, war broke out with bystander standards. Secondary mod school, duped. What? Tooled development Dow. Layers of beauty beneath which a witch pops aspirin. So it goes one way with that conventional reading, and then the other way is a right through where I've eliminated consonants and then written through what's left, eliminated the vowels, only the way round, written through that, so we get a new poem. I'll just read a little bit of that backward rewrite. The dock mud smelts first snow off squirrel. The dig completes thin stories in the stars. The dog and Dick sold blossom and diction. Tarmac, not flop limes in this silent strummer. Me, us, and ear allowed out early one Ulian Eve. End of or ain folk, even on each aid, oh, eek I Kaido. We own universe, aids are very us, as I lie to a lion. Oh, oh, ella, ah, oh, etc. And my teeth are still in. I need these. Can I have a bit of help? Like, how many? Have you got more copies?
Yeah. How many do you need?
However many you got. Can we dish them out? You don't have to. You don't have to buy it. Because you hold it, you don't have to buy it.
Oh yeah. Just want one. Phone on phone.
I moved up to the northwest about a year and a half ago, and my wife thinks we came up here to be close to grandchildren. Well, actually, we came up here to be close to avant-garde publishers. But she doesn't know that. This is published by Richard's Department Press, or DEPT, as he likes to call it. It's my I poem. The back gives a kind of a history of the poem, because it does have a history. It's extremely, I don't really know how to read it. I remember I argued once with Chris Cheek about, he's got this thing about every page, every poem is a performance, which I disagreed with. But then when I sort of did this, I thought, no, he's right. This is like a performance on the page. So it is meant to be read on the page, in the quietness of your own head. But what we'll do, if you don't mind, if you just take a random page, okay, just scan down, pick a line which you think applies to you, or that you like, or something, and put your hand up. Tell me which line tell me which page it is, tell me which line it is, and I will read it back to you. Okay? So, come on, any takers? Yeah?
Page 22, third from the bottom.
Yeah, which is? I want to hear you say it.
Oh, I write better in a flotation tank.
Okay. I write better in a flotation tank. Yep.
Page 50.
Page 50. Yeah.
I represent the conspiracy of an entire species.
I represent the conspiracy of an entire species.
Page 26. I handcuff myself to a feminist.
There are 3 women in the room this evening, I think, aren't there?
I handcuff myself to a feminist.
Page 73. I live in a music without world.
I live in a music without world. Do you notice the special way which I read it back? It has a certain something,
Yes,
doesn't
yes.
it? You know, yeah. Somebody else? Yes, Peter?
I kick the bucket in rhythmic silence, page 87.
Page 87.
Third from the bottom.
Third from the bottom. I like this one too. I kick the bucket in rhythmic silence. This time.
This time.
Page 36. Fourth from the bottom. I flushed through by embarrassed assistant.
I flushed through by embarrassed assistant. Couple more.
Page 54, the third line down. I spot, inject and buzz.
I spot, comma. I spot, inject, and buzz. The comma's important because I don't use them much. Two more, and then we'll...
Page 63, about the sixth line down. I live in the cavity wall of a talking mast.
Sorry, where is it? Page 63?
Page 63, it's about the seventh down. I live in the cavity.
Oh, yeah.
6 down, yeah.
I live in the cavity wall of a talking musk. One more to finish. Yeah.
Page 54, I indent adverbial headgear.
I indent
Space.
adverbial headgear. Even more important than the comma. Thank you. So that's copyright. And it says on the back that I'm looking for another title. If anybody has any ideas for another title for, it's been called it's been called the I poem. Tim's irritating one. It's also been called.
What's the connection with X-ray specs?
Oh, because identity. You know the song Identity.
Right.
That's what
Oh,
I
right.
first. It says it was to do with the song Identity and some Zen stuff that I was into at the time. Not into, but I was reading, which made me start the poem. This was written back in the sort of late 90s. Remember X-ray specs Identity?
Yes.
And the third one I want to read a little bit from, I'll give myself enough time, is Alex not here tonight because he's got two little babies, so he's not allowed out. His Knives, Forks and Spoons have published this, Tattered by Magnets. There are two which have references to Manchester. I'd find them. So I'm going to read those. One of the things about the three books is that they're all very, very different books. Burr stew. At prime time, never think of gold as a metal. One of many panes of glass, prone on the bug-eyed ground. Taboo. Inlet. Leafy basilica. Trees injected with lysergic acid. Want to jump off the viaduct, as we do. Gold, golden, golden gas, thick daylight, golden stew, rave, heraldic, via, bought music, bought words, some favourites in there, new ones. Music gets trapped in the dense fur and stays in there. The border is incomplete. They are still building the fields. They are supposed to be naked in the street, on Coronation Street, at prime time, squinting, homeless under a roof of amnesia. Alchemical reverse. A flickering pet phoenix. Find the other one, which I think has got a reference to Manchester. Oh, I can't find it. Oh. He breezes in, she breezes, blunder few wishes, too late to be native, American, Berrigan. Does a caterpillar hate itself so much that it forgets to bring forth? Actually, that elephant is moving pretty fast. She breezes out. Crucifixion, revolutionary or not? The sea comes back in. The hermits sing transmission. Huge chandelier over Manchester. To be a pilgrim, glum pyrotechnics, revolutionary or not, fun. Enough fun, crucifixion, breezing, in and out, with the tide, too late and too early, like the tide, butterfly forth, the ship comes in bringing the clouds with it, queer star turn, furtive applause in time. Just a couple more. Towards the end. Terror of death is great when we've had language stuffing, spiraling from the throats, read well forever. Life backwards is always forever, no beginning. This language fuss is the language in which death is terrible stuff. Screaming whispers, howling into the echo chamber of, wait for it, media studies, the muse of media studies, the devil in the cross wires, easy target, Elan Crunch, the violet man. All literary products, poems, plays, novels, are shortlets, like the division bell or the horror of chamber music, the eland munches in adrenal ruins, emotionally afraid of the bureaucratic instinct. Want to finish? Entering the tunnel from the western left. No eavesdropping. Left. The chamber is lined with cartridge paper. Felt. Stimuli. Lies. Flat harmony. Silent. Lies. The loss of all. Accumulated in a single sentimental routine. Entering ductile. Entry lemon. Turning left. N. Trance. Revolving spot. Squared. Surprise. N. Rolled. The hanging flap started spinning. Attached to the report. A silly error by the prop department. Turns. The bridge arched out into the void, into unknown rhythms, beyond eyes. Displaced detail can no longer keep its distance, entering a ransacked universe, turning the invite into a turn right. The road on the bridge takes the weight of my empty shoe. Thank you.